Evening, everyone. We're going to get started. My name is Sam Bevins. I'm the CEO of the Greater Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce. Thank you all for taking the time on a Thursday evening in late February to join us for one of our seminars. It's our first seminar of 2026. We have a bunch that will be rolling out throughout the course of the year. If any of you are experts in your fields, we encourage you to reach out about giving a seminar as well. We're going to be recording tonight's seminar so we can promote it online and have it as a resource available. I will be sharing the screen up here so you'll be able to see it better than you can right now. Don't worry about that. And folks on Zoom, if anyone has have a hard time hearing, seeing something, shoot me a message in the chat. It's probably the best way for me to handle it. But with that, I will turn it over to tonight's presenter, Joana Garcia.
As Pam said, thank you so much for coming. There's a lot of snow out there. I know that we're all busy. There's other things that you could have been doing. And you put word trust in me that I'm going to give you something that you're going to walk out of here feeling enlightened and empowered. And that is the mission, and that's what I hope to do. So just like, oh, do you want to put those?
Sure, going to pull it up right now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, please. Recording? Oh yeah, you're recording.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah, sure. Be reminded.
So, if you know anything about marketing, you know that the first thing that you have to do is establish credibility, or else everything that you say will be taken lightly and nobody will understand why it means anything and why it adds value to their goals. So, there you go. We've been using a lot of AI. This is my partner, and this is part of our origin story. My partner's over there in the back. His name is Pedro. He's usually behind the scenes, and I'm in front of the camera and he's behind it. But both he and I have over 30 years of experience together, and we're both really young. I'm only 35 and he's 30. So this is all we've ever done. It's what we love. We've done different versions of it, but we have a background of 30 years of experience in either design and or marketing and video production and photography and a lot of other things. So I'm going to take you back about 4.5 years ago during COVID. He was doing internal marketing at a general contractor, and I was very happy doing internal marketing at a automotive body shop. And he was laid off from one day to the next, and we started dabbling with the idea of opening up a business because we saw so many business owners struggling during COVID. Every day was a new hurdle for them to jump through, new signage, new distancing and things on the floor and, between people, and how to communicate that today they're open, tomorrow they're closed, they're only virtual on Wednesdays, and it's delivery only on Saturdays. And we felt that we had to step up to the challenge and help all these business owners, because it was very hard to just sit there and watch all of this go on while we had resources to help and do nothing. So I left my job where I was nice and settled and happy and had tons of free time and peace of mind. And I left, and we opened Sassy Square Marketing from a 6x9 closet in our house during COVID. That was our COVID project. Some people had plans. We opened a business. So now 4.5 years later, we've worked with over 100 clients, like museums, like the Hammond Castle Museum, like the Chamber, lots of banks, but also lots of small businesses, like solopreneurs that are wearing all of the different hats and feeling very much overwhelmed. So we've done a little bit of everything. And then full transparency. It's so hard to remember to talk. Look, there's our growth journey. I went over it already. And remember to press this. But full transparency, I know that it was very hard for us to grow and be where we are today with a low budget, because we can do a lot of these things ourselves. So what I want to do here today is give you this power to empower you and give you the knowledge that you need to know what you need to do and in what order. Because marketing is not a luxury, it's essential, and nothing grows if no one knows. So if you apply these strategies, consistently, you're gonna look back and your business is going to be transformed. And today, just to give you an overview, we're not gonna be talking about things like SEO and analytics and social media marketing. We're going old school. Things that you've heard probably 10, 15 years ago, and that maybe you've discarded by now thinking that they're no longer, useful or they won't be as effective today, but they are, and I'll prove it. So, core philosophy, simplify the chaos, because marketing doesn't have to be complicated. You just need to, you need a clear starting point and you need to focus on what's worth your time. So today you'll learn 10 practical low investment strategies, including how to get people to publicly talk about your business without paying them, and how to send door mailers for free. So I'm going to include a target audience worksheet. So if you don't know exactly who it is that you should be targeting, who it makes sense for you to target, we're going to learn that together. And then there's also a budget calculator app that we developed for our clients, and I'm going to be sharing that with you. So if you don't know what your marketing budget should be based on metrics inside of your own business, you will. All right, so we're going to start with the foundation first. Before I go on, I wanted to give everybody a chance to go around and introduce yourselves. There's quite a few of us, so if we could keep it to about like 15, 30 seconds each, just your name, where you're from, what you do. So I'll start. My name is Joana Garcia. I'm with Sassy Square Marketing in Gloucester. Our business has been around for 4.5 years. And I'm also a board member of the Greater Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce, and I'm in BNI. So I'll pass it on to you.
Thanks so much. I'm Courtney Jolie Loudermilk. I'm the CEO of Reach Leadership in Manchester. I'm a chamber member, and happy to be here tonight.
I'm Sarah Swart. I'm a member of the Gloucester Racial Justice Team. I'm retired. I was a board certified behavior analyst. I'm no longer. And I'm here with
Nancy Goodman. That's the way. I also represent the Gloucester Racial Justice Team. We've been around since 2020, and our goal really is to educate the community and have this Gloucester become a more welcoming community for all kinds of people.
My name is Lauren Georgitis. I'm from GL Design. We operate out of Beverly, but I'm a local resident. Like Joanna, I'm on board for the Greater Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce, and I'm in CABA instead of being
Lauren, what?
Georgitis. What?
It's the business networking group.
Oh, yeah, no,
He didn't know what you.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought
no.
you said Lauren. What?
I did.
Yeah, Georgitis. No, okay, Galloway, Georgitis. You choose. I got married, but because of the climate, I've kept my name so.
My name is Keith Harris. I work with Lauren and with Joanna and with Sam on the board of the chamber. I own Choice Graphics. We have been around a while. We just celebrated our 30th anniversary last year. My wife and I own that company. It's over in Rowley on the far fringes of the chamber's reach.
I'm Rhonda Woodman from Woodman's in Essex, and I'm a very satisfied customer of Choice Graphics, and I've been on lots of boards, lots of places over many years, and I just wanted to see what was new. There wasn't anything new, but and just to be able to people and let's see what happens.
Nice.
I'm Ellen Fusco. My business is moving and shaking on the North Shore. I do move management of soup to nuts for anyone who's moving, downsizing, moving to assisted living, decluttering, packing, unpacking, all things. I moved here 2 years ago from Winchester, been in business since 2019, really ramped up in 2023 and had a record year last year. I'm very excited to be here tonight. Very excited to have you speaking because I really respect everything that you've done and I'm looking forward to learning more.
And you're a new member of CABA.
Yes, I am.
I'm Joanne Hamill, a retired nurse, though I do private duty on the side. Fairly new to the board of Cape Ann Symphony, and I'm just looking for ideas to get the name out. And I live in Gloucester. Awesome.
I'm Lori Tuck, and I'm trained in music and ministry, but I'm married to Tuck. So I am now owning and running Tuck's Candy and Gifts, which has been in business since 1929. And the factory it was started by twins. So my husband's the grandson of the pharmacy twin that opened in 29. And when it came time for the third generation to take over, the manufacturing grandson purchased that from the original group. So both of us are 97 years old. And I need to learn marketing.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Sam Bevins, again, CEO of the Greater Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce. I've been with the chamber for about 4.5 years and was appointed the CEO back in October from originally Essex and Gloucester. And I can't say enough about how important these types of events are. It's a core mission and value that the chamber brings, and it's great to see such strong attendance this evening. So thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Matt Morris. I'm a video production professional for a very large hospital system in Boston. But tonight I'm here on behalf of 1623 Studios. I'm a board member, so I'm here representing proudly for the chamber. And I just saw this. I saw this workshop online. I thought it'd be well worth my time to come in and see your success. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Laurie Bushy from Remax Beacon Real Estate. Born and raised here in Gloucester. I have over 20 years of experience of selling on Cape Ann, and I am in BNI with Joana, and she always has great ideas there, so I said I was coming tonight.
Do you want to open it up to?
Yeah, sure. We got Paula Sawyer right at the top. Paula, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. I'm Paula, and I'm with Lola Wesley Marketing. I've been in business for since 2018, and I mostly work with small local business doing social media marketing. My clients are on the North Shore, and I'm also a chamber member. I thought it might be nice to join in just to hear some fresh new things. So, thank you.
Thanks, Paul. We got Lindsay Egan here. Good evening, Lindsay.
Hi guys, Lindsay Egan. I am an attorney and professional shower singer. I'm home with a head cold tonight.
That's great.
So I will spare you much more further visual optics. But I own Poppy Legal Group in Manchester. I'm on my 3rd year of the board. I've co-chaired the Business Women's Committee for 11 million years and love it. And I'm happy to be here and see everyone.
Great. Thank you, Lindsay. We have Joanne here from Good Linens. Let's see if they're here. Okay.
Hi. Hi. Yes, I'm Joanne Chirico from Good Linen Studio on Main Street. We've been there for close to 10 years. It'll be 10 years in August. And we need all the help we can get with marketing. So that's why my daughter and I are listening to this and hoping to get some good tips. So thank you for having it.
Thank you, Joanne. We also have Joanne Hurd here online. Joanne, you're standing by. Okay, maybe not. We'll go over to Beth Williams from Coastal Locals. Beth.
Hi, everybody. As you just said, I'm representing the group at Coastal Locals, which is the 3-year-old cooperative gallery in downtown Rockport.
I think that's everyone I've got here on Zoom, Joanne. So
Lots of creatives, lots of Joannes and Joannas. I feel very at home here. Awesome, very cool. All right, any questions before we move forward? Cool. All right. So we're gonna jump into foundation first, because you can't go forward without a strong, solid foundation, right? So before we jump into these 10 practical tips and tricks that are low budget, I want to talk about the foundation. Before you go out there and tell the world about your business and call all this attention to yourself, you have to pause, because what are they going to see when they hear you? When they come looking, are you going to be ready to receive them? Is your website ready? Do you have a strong logo? And speaking of logo, we're getting into branding. Branding is the foundation that I'm talking about here. Before you set up any type of promotion or ad or strategy, put anything into place, you need to make sure that your foundation is all set. And so I'll use this analogy to explain. This is not. Do you have the link for the other one before you edit it?
No.
No? Okay. Pretend you have 20 coins and you're at a casino. And you have 20 slots that you can play them on. You walk in, they're all the same. There's no difference about them. You're probably gonna take 1 point, put it in each, check your chances. Maybe one of them is about to hit the jackpot. You don't know. But if you come in with data and you know that there's 20 machines, but those 5 right there, those 5 are special. Those 5 are known to put out winners. What are you gonna do with your coins at that point? You're gonna invest them in the 5. So the data here is really important. And that data is your target audience. So we're gonna identify your target audience as well. My slides are completely off, so it's gonna throw me, the introduction. Okay, let's see if we can catch on. There you go. What is branding and what is it not? A logo is branding, but it's not all of your branding, it's a small part. So your branding is how your business acts, how it behaves, how it speaks. Is it, sentimental? Is it innovative? Is it sassy? How you speak is going to create a persona in people's heads. So your logo is a visual asset, and your brand is the perception in the customer's mind, and perception sells. Oftentimes, most often than not, perception sells more than a product. And this is true because we know that there are a lot of subpar products that are being sold a lot more than their equally similar in price range that is a lot better quality. And it's because the branding is better, the marketing is better. So it's not all about just your products. So here's an example. Apple and Samsung, I love. I've had both phones. People feel very strongly about which one is better, but Apple and Samsung are not competing for which one has a better product. They're competing for which one has the strongest branding, because that's what's going to get people to buy their phone. Another example is Taco Bell versus Tacos Lupita, right down in Gloucester. Taco Bell is notoriously not good for you, but they've created this perception of being accessible and cheap. Tacos Lupita is delicious. It's so good. It should be selling a lot more than Taco Bell, but it's not, because Taco Bell has spent years and millions creating a perception in people's minds, while Tacos Lupita has been very focused on making very good tacos, and they are very good. So perception versus the product. Another one is Zoomies. People will drive past 3 Dunkin' Donuts and go 10 minutes out of their way for some Zoomies coffee. Why? What kind of perception have they created? Anybody want to guess? What are they known for?
I don't know what Zoomies is.
I'm not gonna drive by a Dunkin' Donuts. I don't even know what Zoomies is.
Zoomies coffee?
No.
Wow, it's local. It's local. They're local. Their whole thing is about local. And people do drive past lots of Dunkin' Donuts and give Zoomies their money because they've created a perception of when you go there, you are helping the culture and the local economy. And that's why they've opened a second location. Don't they have 2 locations?
Yes.
But when you're
They also are fair trade coffee too.
all the millions of dollars that they have, the fact that they even got to open 2 locations is because they've managed to establish themselves as something different. Okay. So perception is everything. And branding is everywhere. Cities have branding. New York City has branding. And then even larger states start to develop their own branding, whether it's intentional or not. We have the mass hole. New York City has the Rush business suitcases. So branding is either created for you or you can create it yourself. If you don't do anything and you don't create a way in which you want to be perceived, you're letting other people create it for you. And that's where the problems begin. So you either shape perception or it's shaped for you. All right, now your differentiator. Just like Zoomies was able to establish themselves as something different, even though there's Dunkin' Donuts in every corner, you need to come up with what your differentiator is. Are you fast and reliable? Are you affordable and talking about your quality? That's really what your hook is the quality. Or are you innovative and luxurious? Now, when you come up with your client persona and you come up with your differentiators, You want to write them down because this is going to be your anchor. If you don't have it written anywhere, it's very easy for you to forget. And then your website is mentioning, fast and reliable, but you're sending postcards out about being innovative and luxurious. You're not creating a persona in people's head, and you need to create repetition. Do you have a question?
Oh, I was like cheering you on.
Oh. I appreciate it. All right, let me make sure there's nothing else that I want to go over before we jump into these strategies. All right, cool. I feel confident. All right, so these are 10 practical strategies that I put together. They are in order of lowest cost, easiest execution, and highest early impact. So do these in order, is what I'm saying. All right. We're starting with your Google business profile. There's a reason why it's number one. It's free. It's really easy. And it is extremely important. If you have a business, but you haven't established your space on Google Business Profile, people will not be able to find you through the maps. If you have a brick and mortar, they will not be able to leave reviews and tell people about their glorious experience with your company. And you basically don't exist. So on one of the sheets that you received, and people on Zoom receive this virtually as well, there's instructions for you to list your business on Google. If you've already done this, it seems simple, but you'd be really surprised at how many people haven't done this yet. I was talking to a business 2 weeks ago when we were creating a marketing plan, and we were getting ready to do that. And they said they're a chamber member, and they said, no, I don't need to be on Google. I'm already on Google. If you search for my company, the chamber pops up, which is their directory. I said, that's great, but that's not what I mean. So this is somebody who's been in business for, I think, 4 years. So that's why I wanted to include this. It's marketing 101. This is the basics, and this is fundamental for your business. If you're not on Google, you need to be, and there's the instructions for you to do it. There are updates. You can update on Google Business Profiles, similar to how you update on social media. I recommend that you go in there and you update it as much as you can, but at least 3 times a week. You go in there and you post an update. You can post a photo. You can say that you're something new that's happening. But when you post actively, it shows that the business listing is active and you're more likely recommended on Google when somebody is searching for your product.
So we're supposed to be, so should I be going in 3 times a week to my profile on Google? And
It's free. And I'm sure that it won't take too much time, but it shows that your Google listing is active. So if your competitor isn't doing this and you are, you got a leg up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can post updates on your Google business profile. And this is also obviously where you can request your Google reviews. Now the thing about Google reviews is if you don't ask, people will not leave you one. But you know who will leave you a Google review? People who are very upset.
Yeah.
And then you're not going to have the good ones to offset that one negative review that happened because you can't please everyone. And it's just turned into a really tragic situation. So if you already have a Google business profile, the next step is to actively ask people for reviews. When they're happy, they usually will, but they won't if they don't know that it means something to you. So ask people for reviews. We've created a lot of thank you cards, especially for like detailers or people that offer quick services. They finish the service, they leave the card. Thank you very much. Here, scan this, leave me a review. And it really works for the price of, maybe some business cards. Number 2 on the list is tapping into your existing network. When we first opened our doors, I called everyone. I let them know that we are, that we've opened up this business. This is what we do. These are the services that we offer. And still to this day, 4.5 years later, I'll post something on my Facebook and somebody will not know that I have a marketing business. So you think that everybody knows because you know, but tell people, make sure that they know that this is who you're looking for. It would be really helpful if you could connect me with these types of people. Your existing network already knows you. You already have that connection. It's easier. And so all this strategy costs is your time. There is no financial, monetary cost for you to telling people that this is what we do. Going door to door. Does anybody here have would you get up and go door to door? Are you one of those people that feel confident doing that if you have to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Now, a lot of people don't feel that way. So this is something that a lot of people are no longer doing. And that gives you an opportunity to shine. This is why we're going back to the old school things. A lot of people have stopped doing them. They used to be so saturated. You used to get people at your door all the time. It doesn't really happen anymore. So go door to door, preferably to businesses. It's tough to go to people's actual door and like a residence today, but if you feel comfortable doing that, go ahead and do it. It is warmer than a cold call. And it works. You have more of a chance for your pitch. It's that, it's less likely that they're going to slam the door in your face, more likely that they're just going to hang up. So if you have the guts to do it, go door to door. We got a lot of clients when we started just going door to door, and there's no cost aside from a little gas in your time, and you'll feel great about it after. Facebook groups. I have a Facebook group for everything in my life. Everything. Personal, business, children, car, everything. And I love it. It is such a great resource. It's why we grow so much today. There's all of this information that's coming at us all the time. When you have a problem, you post it to a Facebook group. People have had this experience. They share results. It's phenomenal. So you need to find where your people live. And we're going to figure that out together when you have the sheet in front of you for the creating your audience persona, your target audience, your ideal client discovery sheet. Has anybody ever done an exercise like this before on their own, discovering who exactly it is that they should be going after? Yeah. Because when you have only 20 chips in your hand, right? Because we're all here because we have limited resources, or else you wouldn't be here. You can't just talk to everybody. You can't throw them at everybody. You can't put them in all of the slot machines inside the casino. You have to pause, get that data that's going to make all the difference. So you're using them more wisely. So you know who to go after. So that's what this is. I'll pause on the 10 strategies and do this now. I should have already done it, but it wasn't in my slides. So your ideal discovery worksheet. If anybody on Zoom doesn't have access to this, it should have been sent over. Let me know.
Having a hard time with some of the file sharing on Zoom right now, so.
Did they not get it?
Yeah, there's not an option for me to send it from my desktop.
Oh.
Only Dropbox, OneDrive, a few other platforms, so.
And I sent you the actual file.
Right.
All right, it will be emailed to you. I'll describe it more since you don't have it at home.
Could pull it up on the screen, something
You
like
can put
that.
it on the screen if it's not hard for you to go to that and then go back to this.
Let me do that.
Okay. So this is going to help you clearly define who it is that you should be reaching. Because when marketing feels focused and confident, it becomes effective. So I want you to answer honestly. There are no wrong answers. You can try to do this now or you can finish it later. But for number one, who do you want more of? Many businesses try to speak to everyone. Strong marketing starts when you decide who actually you want more of. So think of your best client, either current or past, and then fill out what makes them the best. Do you need one of these? Okay, there it is. All right, so now everybody at home can see this too. So what type of client are they? Are they homeowners? Are they a business? Are they an individual? Are they creators, entrepreneurs? And then obviously the answer could be so many things. So there's an option for other. So you're going to fill this out and this is going to be your anchor. Before you create any type of marketing strategy, you're going to go back to this and remember who exactly it is that you're trying to target. What made them enjoyable to work with? Why did this make you money? Fill out their basic profile, why this matters, understanding where your audience spends time and how they make decisions. That's going to help us figure out what Facebook group they're living in so you can reach them there. I'll give you guys a few more minutes to look through it.
Yeah, common sense of this, the big Zoom.
Oh, she did? Well, thanks. Before the meeting?
I like hearing.
Okay, cool, awesome. So you should have gotten it in another email as well. If you want to download it and fill it out yourselves for the people that are on Zoom at home.
We'll resend it afterwards too, just in case anyone joined after that.
Let me know if you have any questions or if anything that you see you don't agree with. We have a couple more minutes. We had a large moment of clarity when we did this for ourselves and we figured out that regional businesses are a sweet spot for us.
Why is that? Yeah.
Because it's not a small solopreneur and it's not a large national. It's the sweet spot of being, medium, like that kind of medium for us really works. Like Salem 5 Bank, the regional bank. Market All right, we're getting ready to move on. So you can put back the slides, please, Sam. All right. So now going back to Facebook groups, after you fill this out and you've really created that persona of who you should be going after, who it makes sense for you financially, strategically, historically to go after, you're going to know what Facebook groups to go in. If, maybe they're tourists, where are those people, where do they live when they're considering coming into town, things like that. But you have to be strategic about how you participate in these groups. Different groups have different rules. The rules are made by the administrators and creators of the group. For example, some groups will allow businesses to post on Tuesdays. If you post on a Wednesday, you're going to get kicked out. So you need to follow the rules of the group. And it's also not about just selling yourself and your products. It's about participating in the conversation. Be seen as an ally. Pay attention to the conversations and look for an opportunity where you can go in there and offer your specific expert value. And you're going to be seen as a great guy. People are going to remember you, and that's going to be a lot more helpful than you posting once a week. Here's my business. This is what I do. Come by from me. So participate. It's fun. I promise. Sometimes it's tough. All right, moving on from Facebook groups. Actually, let me go back. Does anybody actively participate in that strategy? Are you in Facebook groups marketing your business? Which one are you in that's been working?
I just joined, and this is a great question I was going to ask you anyways. So I just joined. I have a client who is moving to assisted living. They're trying to get rid of furniture in their home. I don't do a ton of selling of furniture, but I do have relationships with consignment shops. So I was thinking, how am I going to make this work for this couple? So I joined Danvers. It's like Danvers everything buy and sell. So I joined it. They accepted me. I posted pictures of the furniture that is for sale, and I haven't gotten anything back, but I feel good about the fact that I'm out there, I guess.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I was supposed to be expecting back. I was expecting someone to be like, hey, I want some furniture, but I haven't gotten anything yet.
Are you looking to sell it or are you looking to connect with other people that can sell it for the client?
I'm selling it for the client.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's been 2 days. So I would have expected that I would get something sooner than that, but no, I don't know.
The buy sell groups, there's one for every neighborhood almost. There are so many, so you could be in the one for Manchester
next door neighborhood.
Yeah, but even on Facebook, like the Manchester Buy Nothing, the Lynn Buy Nothing, the Gloucester Buy and Sell, or actually not Buy Nothing, Buy and Sell. Every community has one, so there's tons of potential for you there.
Okay.
Marketplace.
Good.
I try not to do that one. I mean, I push that to them because that just winds up being a conundrum.
Yeah, sure. Did anybody else raise their hand to say that they're actively participating in groups that have been beneficial to their business?
And they're
There's the Boston Business Women's Group, and a couple others like that, and then all of the community groups, because people ask for recommendation all day long, and if you're not just promoting yourself, you're promoting your friends and your friends' businesses. And what's great about that is your friend remembers, and then it goes into referrals, which goes into more Facebook groups. So
yeah.
You gotta invest in the circle.
Yeah, and even if you need something for yourself, if you have a community that you can tap into for your own personal needs, I mean, the benefits are just enormous, if you can deal with the trolls. All right, email marketing. Next one. There are two ways to do email marketing. The first one is with a CRM, a client relationship manager, like HubSpot, for an example, that will send out all of those automatic emails for you. Hey, I haven't heard from you in 6 months. How you doing? Or it's your birthday. All those emails are sent usually automatically. There is a financial cost to CRMs. They have great free plans, but you do at one point start having to pay. They are worth it tenfold. It does a lot more than email marketing. So that's one way to create email marketing is through a HubSpot or another CRM, client relationship manager. And the second one, does anybody want to guess what it is?
Do it yourself.
Yes. Flavor. And it usually works a lot better. You get more opportunity to be more personal. It comes off warmer. And also when you send them out using these systems, sometimes people's inboxes will flag them as spam. So you do actually have a higher open rate when you send them out manually. This is something that can be done with your phone, on the kitchen table, at work. You can set out some time to actually do this from the computer, but it's very accessible. Emailing is free. So this is very low cost, very high reward. And like I said, if the software intimidates you, you can do it manually. Any questions about email marketing? In-person networking. We've talked a little bit about that already. There's people here that are in multiple networking groups. This right here is in-person networking. So you guys are already doing it. It's just maybe doing more of it. You can join a networking organization that have costs. They're usually not high. And then you get, tons, especially with the chamber, tons of opportunities where you can be put face to face with people that can help you reach your goals. And there's usually people to help you connect with other people there. You can also join like Boston Businesswomen. So on the resources sheet, I did include a list of tons of networking organizations that you could consider joining. And as far as investment, this is like tit for tat, you get in what you put out.
For sure.
Yeah,
Even if it's $1,000, you're gonna get it back.
Yeah. If you join the networking group and you don't go to any networking events, is it gonna help you? If you join and you go, but you stand in the corner, is it going to help you? No. So it's really what you put in that you get out. If you show up and now all of a sudden you're hosting a marketing seminar and you're in front of a bunch of other people, you're putting in, there's a high investment for your time, but the reward is also a lot higher. And you feel good, you're actually meeting people usually in your community, you're networking, which is good for business, but it's also good for a bunch of personal reasons. If you need anything, you have a network of people that you can reach out to. I know that I personally we needed to move 2 years ago, and I tapped into my professional network to find a place for us to move to, and it was 100%. It's what got us where we are now. So your network is your most valuable currency. So I encourage you to do as much in-person networking as you can. There are a lot of people who feel very intimidated by this and will not do it. So there's more opportunity for you to shine. Cold calls. This is my least favorite. I'll go door to door before I pick up a phone and call someone cold. It's really awkward for me. And like, raise your hand if you hate getting cold calls. Yes, everybody hates. Why do we still get so many of them? Because they work. Because you can make so many cold calls in an hour that all you need is one of those to work. And then it paid for your whole hour. That's the reason why we still keep getting them. It's because they do work, or else they wouldn't be doing them. But you can warm up your cold call by tapping into your network. Now you're in the directory of the chamber and you're calling someone and you're saying, hey, I'm a member too. I got your contact information from the directory. BNI is a global organization, the networking organization that Lori and I belong to. And there's a global directory. So you can reach out to somebody in China and it's no longer a cold call, it's warm because you're saying, hey member, I'm a member too. So when you join these in-person networking organizations, or even just networking organizations in general, they come with a directory and that's really, there's so much potential that lives in there for you to reach out to these people. Does anybody do cold calls? Did you, Ellen, or you?
Yes, in person though. So cold call followed up by,
Oh, nice.
hi, I'm here.
Remember me?
Yeah.
We did back in the day
Yeah,
with, restarting our Plan Big business.
yeah,
And we just did it.
yeah. And did it work?
Yeah.
And the thing is too, even if you think it doesn't work on the spot, you've now created your first touch point with somebody who had no idea who you were. Maybe you decide to like put up a billboard 3 months from now and they'll look at it and be like, oh yes, I remember they called me. They were so annoying, but there they are. So you're already creating a relationship with that person. Moving on, community participation. Look, it's the Greater Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce. This is especially good for people that sell products and services that are like local focused. Belonging to an organization that really is part of the community, it's a way in. It feels great. You can sponsor events, yeah, you can donate, you can, host seminars. So belong to organizations that are community organizations if it makes sense for you. I'm sure there's something else. Oh, okay, no, there is something else. So going into more detail with this, you can donate to the PTO of the school. You can bring donuts to the fire station. And now the firefighters are so happy they're on the Facebook group. Picture of the donuts. Sassy Square brought us donuts. They're so great. So this is how you get people to actively talk about your business for the price of a box of donuts. And it's, it's like that kind of stuff it really drives people. You're pulling at the heartstrings. You're being part of the community. They see you as one of their own, especially in a community like this that goes miles. Yes, feel good about that. Yeah, low monetary, box of donuts, and pretty low on time, driving the donuts to the fire station. I mean, it doesn't take a lot. But you see how these things can be overlooked because everybody's so focused on social media marketing and analytics and SEO and leads and conversions. This stuff is like, this is what businesses that have been open for 50 years, they did all of these things. Why would you think that they don't work? So that's really what I want to do. I see a lot of people overwhelmed by all of this like new stuff. You have a business, you can be like the best painter, but if nobody knows about it, you're not painting anything. So you know that you need to do it, but it's just so overwhelming because marketing has so many different parts. So this is really meant to, this is what you should do in this order. This is how much it's going to cost you. It's the blueprint for you. And I hope that you're finding value in it. The community participation. Every door direct mailers. I told you I would teach you how to send these out for free. Has anybody sent out door mailers? It's not here. How many door mailers do you send out a month, probably?
Couple
Either-
dozen.
Yeah.
A couple dozen, yeah.
Yeah. So door mailers, does anybody not know how it works?
I don't.
Okay. So you might have received probably menus or even those coupon books, and right here in the address label it says local post or customer. It doesn't say your name, it says our neighbor or something like that. So the way that this is done, it's with the USPS online. Super easy. Notice the tone, very easy. They have this really cool interactive map. You put in the zip code that you're trying to target, and all the roads come up as like sections. So you'll highlight over I wish I had an example, but you'll highlight over the street and it'll show you this street belongs to this neighborhood. And if you select it, you're gonna be sending it to 55 residences, 2 houses. This is the average family household income for this neighborhood. This is the average age for the neighborhood. So it's very targeted, just like social media ads are. But this has a guaranteed interaction because they have to pick it up. So for the price of like 19 cents per postcard, you are going into people's houses. Now, the strategy for these to work is to have graphics that are very attention grabbing, lots of bright colors, grab yourself a nice big postcard, and then also give them something that they cannot, like this, oh, I have to save this, it's going in my junk drawer because I'm gonna need this coupon for the free oil change. So give them something that they're going to save. Either they're gonna put it on the fridge or they're gonna put it in a drawer. So I'm not talking about like, call me, free consultation. Everybody knows that the consultation is free. You gotta give them something real. So an example for this is we have a small car dealer in Salem that also does mechanic work. And there are times when car sales are just non-existent. So he needed something that was going to help him pick up the side of the business that does the mechanical repairs. So he's in Salem. People in a very busy street, probably has, I don't know, thousands of people drive past his location every day. So what did we do? We created a door mailer. We sent it out to the neighborhood really close to where his shop is that said free oil change for new customers. And we did the math. He didn't need a very high percentage of people to come in with additional services for the whole thing to be worth it. And it was worth it tenfold. He got so many new clients coming in for free oil changes that also needed new tires, that also needed new brakes, that also needed new this and that. So it really worked, and he just created this. He I don't know what I don't want to say because I don't know what the actual figures are. But I bet he more than doubled his existing clientele. Because the people that saw it, we put the picture of his facade, the one that they're used to seeing every day when they drive past, we put it right on the postcard. So it was that sense of like familiarity, and it totally worked. So door mailers are something that people have shied away from for a very long time because it's paper. Why would you do something like this when you can just hit so many people on their phone without having to waste paper and for like about the same amount of money? But it's different. Social media ads are so competitive. Social media is so competitive. Not a lot of people are doing this anymore. So do it. The USPS makes it so easy. You can Google it, USPS EDDM. It'll take you right to their page. It'll take you to the little map. You can select the maps that you want, the locations that you want, and then it funnels it together, and you can print it out. And when you print your door mailers, you can select them to be bundled in bunches of 50 or 100, so that if you have a route that's 500, you're not having to count them. It's just 5 blocks of hundreds. The whole thing is really easy. Now I'm going to teach you how to do it for free. Some of these door mailers, you might have received them. They're big pieces of paper. Don't be greedy. You don't need that whole sheet. And you have a whole other side that you can reach out to people and say, hey, I selected routes in Manchester by the Sea for 7,000 residences in this price range. I have a feeling that this is also the type of client that you would like to be in front of. I'm selling ad space on the flyer. Now you can do this so it reduces the cost for you. You can do it so there's no cost for you because you can split this. You've probably received them where this is divided into maybe like 6. Or you can do it to the point where it's now making you money because they don't know how to do this because they weren't here today. So this can become an added revenue for you if you do it right. Any questions about this? Does it make sense? Does it seem accessible?
Are they always that size?
No. You can have on the website, you can see the different options. You can have them be 4x6. You can have 5x7. You can have them big. The Cape Ann Coupes. Anybody receive the Cape Ann Coupe? That's an example of one. It's a whole magazine. So there's tons of options. You can start with something small, maybe like a 5x7 or a 9x12. You take one side and you sell the rest. Once you start building up a list of people that want to do this with you, you can start branching out and getting something bigger, something that has pages.
So what size, so if you're gonna use both sides, how much of the side is the postal address? How much space does that take up?
This?
Yeah.
Very little. It takes up very little space. I wish I had an example, but you receive them at your house. Let's see if this. No, these don't have it, but they're small. They're probably like an inch by 2 inches. Do you know, Keith?
You've got a tremendous latitude. What you're seeing there is probably 3/4 of an inch high by 3.5 inches wide. But there's a lot of flexibility where it can go as well in terms of the design process. So I would, if I could add, this makes a lot of sense for you, for instance. You want people to come to the restaurant because it is going to every door. So for a business who's looking for a targeted audience, this is not that. This is if you want everybody in each postal route to get this piece, though, then this is a great option. In the 19 cents or 20, that's actually the postage piece.
Yeah.
So there's still a cost of the card, but it is a really inexpensive way if you want everybody to walk in your door or to call you up.
And you can send it just to, you know, as far as targeting, it's not as targeted as social media, but if you want to hit just businesses, you can send it out to just commercial addresses and no residential. Does that answer? Yeah.
Were you done? Will you say more about in what industries you would recommend the partner ads to be? So the flip side, are they, you know, industries you often refer to, people doing similar work, or
It has to be
even
non-competitors to your own business, right? That's the first disqualification. And it has to make sense. The real key is that these are you say to them, these are the people that I'm targeting. Does it make sense for you to target these people? So if you are going after affluent neighborhoods, you would find other businesses that are trying to reach that kind of demographic. Does that answer?
Yeah. Does it also, is it just residential, or is it businesses are included in as well, right?
You can check to have businesses included in the route.
Yep.
Or you can exclude them.
And businesses solo as well?
Can you do businesses solo?
Yes.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can do just commercial.
Also, for what it's worth, right now, all the landscapers are getting ready to do this.
Yeah.
And the idea of sharing, they love it. So reach out to your landscaper and say, hey, you know,
People that have seasonal
I go 50-50 with you.
Yeah.
But this is the time of year when they are coming out of the woodwork and getting these ready to go, and you're gonna start seeing them in a month.
Yeah.
So you go on the website and you upload your photos and your design?
No.
How does it work?
So you go online, you select your routes, and you check out, and you print pages that, okay, this route in Rowley and this route in Ipswich, you're gonna need 150 cards for this staff, for this route. So you take your 150 cards, you put that sheet on top of it, and you rubber band that bunch. Now for this one, you're gonna need 7,000 of them, so you stack up the 7,000, you put that sheet on top, you stick them together, and you take them to the post office. There are also services where you can submit the design and they will take care of everything for you. There's a cost to that, so you can, you know, if that makes sense for you, you can do it, and then you don't have to touch it at all. Otherwise, you're having all of these postcards printed and mailed to you. You're sorting them, which, like I said, isn't hard because you can choose to have them bundled up in either 50s or 100s, so you're not counting individually. And that's what you're doing. When you select your route, they'll tell you how many slips you're gonna need. You put the slips with the number of cards that you're gonna need, and then you take them to the post office. There's a window there for EDDM, and they'll help you with everything else.
So for clarification, who's printing them? Like, how do you get the indicia on it and the local postal customer? I think that's what the question is like, how do you have a design, you can't just print it if you don't have those items, so.
You can partner with someone to do it. You can, if you have the knowledge, you can do it yourself. There's different ways to do it. Maybe one of the people that you're partnering up with is somebody that knows how to do this, and you're approaching them with the idea. Maybe you're coming up to Keith and you're saying, I want to send this around this time. This is my idea. Do you have any other clients that you think might be interested?
I know a lot of Joe B.
You have versatility about how you want to go about printing. You can work with a designer. You can print them yourself. You can print them locally. Moving on. We only have one more. This is number 10. Number 10. Wait.
I gotcha.
Yeah, right down this thing.
Number 10, plot twist. We're going back. You're going back to your existing network because now that you've done all these things, your network has just grown so significantly. You've joined networking groups. You've joined people on Facebook groups, and your network has grown. So you're going to go back and you're going to sell to all of these people. Now, the reason that this is last is because it's like the best. This has the highest return on your investment than everything else. And it's so for, let me see what the next slide is. Okay. So just for comparison, your return on an investment on a new client is like 5 to 20%. The return on you trying to sell to somebody that you've already sold to before is like 70% success rate because they've already gotten to know you. You've already done the icebreaker. They've had success with you in the past. They're obviously a lot more likely to buy from you again. So go back and sell to the people that have already purchased from you in the past. And if you're using a CRM like HubSpot, that kind of data is very easy to access. But you also have QuickBooks and lots of other software that will tell you who's done business with you in the past year. So that is the last of the 10 strategies. And now we're going to talk about your marketing budget. Because if you think there's no budget for marketing, you're wrong. Every business has to have a marketing budget because marketing is not a luxury, right? It's essential. We've already covered that. You need to do this because you can have the most delicious pizza on PayPal. If nobody knows about it, you're not selling any of it. And that's the truth for every single business. So, marketing budget. You have on your sheet a QR code on the resources sheet. If you scan it, it will take you to the marketing budget calculator app that we created for our clients. You can do this on your own. If anybody online needs any help, you should have received it in the emails, but it will be sent to you again later. And I don't have it up. I don't even have my phone. Let me grab it. In case you want to open it. Maybe we'll look at it together. Just to cover some of the things that are on it. Okay. So strategic investment, GPS, how to calculate your marketing budget. Some of the questions are annual revenue, what industry you're in, the stage of your business, if it's brand new or if it's established, your monthly budget, actually right now what it is, what your goals are, and what you already have set up within your business. So you can check off that you already have your identity and your branding, you already have a website, you already have CRM tools like HubSpot, because if you don't check those, it'll influence your answer because it'll tell you that some of your marketing budget has to go towards those things first, foundation first. And then you generate the AI blueprint and you can download it. And now you have the final step to the blueprint, which is how much can I spend? It's a formula based on how much you make and obviously some other questions. And then you take that and it'll tell you too on your report how you should break up your investment. You know, a portion of that should go towards things that you've tried in the past and you know are going to work. A portion of that should go towards innovation and something that maybe like an influencer. You're not sure if it's going to work. You've never tried it before. So not only does it give you how much you should spend, but it tells you where you should spend it. If you do this on your own and you have any other questions, you all should have my email. And oh yeah, you do. I gave it out. Reach out to me and we can go over it together. I'd love your feedback on your experience using it too. It's something that's fairly new. to us, and I'd love to know if it's really, being as valuable to you as we hoped that it would. So that concludes the 10 practical, low budget, highly effective strategies that are considered old school that a lot of people aren't using anymore. And that's it. Did you guys have any other questions?
I love that. Back to basics.
Yeah, it feels kind of refreshing and yeah, there's a lot going on and marketing does have a lot of steps. You do have to do lots of different things, but not all at once. There's an order. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time.